Alright, so it didn't take long for me to change my mind on whether or not I was going to talk about this topic, because the amount of garbage I had to sit and listen through and watching several videos that are several hours in length made me want to talk about it again. This topic feels like I'm putting myself on the 50-50 chance that this radioactive creature ends up seeing it and sends his little Wall-E minions after me. And that I may have to deal with and with this guy for several years like other people have. I want to point out real quick that I am not a part of the commentary community. I do not want to be an art commentary channel, nor do I plan on being one. I chose to make this video on this topic because as an artist, I binge watch the fuck out of commentary channels, and the fact that I knew of this drama since day one of it happening. And when I say day one, I meant the day that this rape comic loving young lady was exposed for grooming a minor. Which isn't surprising considering how many people want kids over the internet. I mean, come on. We got Dr. Disrespect, Chris Tyson, Vexa Stuff, Cosmodor, Mirth, Lionmaker, and this fucking guy. However, I feel like the most shocking part of this was when PetoBear03 over here sent a rape comic to a 14-year-old when she was pushing 21. And knowing of the child's age after she asked for it twice. However, I am lucky enough to not go through this nightmare alone, because if I were to go through this alone, I would be transported back into Five Nights at Freddy's 4, where the nightmare animatronics were replaced by people who prey on kids. My generous friend here, Ray, is here to help me out in making fun of this waste of metal and human emotions. Because we both of us hate this man and we wish to make fun of him because it would be funny and make good content. Or correction, jar tent. Now that that's out of the way, let's get into what this worst version of Gaster has in store for us. Just a Robot, also known as Jar, is a fucking mistake in the commentary community. How, you may ask? Well, good question. See, this whole-ass man, this little boy, tried to defend this waste of space for sending a rape comic to a minor, for grooming the minor, and just being an outright sick degenerate. And saying this rhyme as if he sounds cool and smart, meanwhile he done fucked up his career.
Cinny is a coomer, a gooner, but not a groomer.
Cinny is a coomer, a gooner, but not a groomer.
This dude literally uses an alt account to look at his sub numbers going down, and he admitted that to the man himself, Chad Logic. How pathetic and sad. But hey, that's not my channel going down in flames, now is it? So, I don't feel bad for him at all. This guy thinks he is such a riz master that he can pull any woman he lays eyes on. His riz was so good that he lost several jobs over how he talks sexual style with his female co-workers. Sucks to be you, Jar. This dude even tried to bust it down sexual style with my girl Mally Malware in his hotel room, while they were at VidCon of all places. Only for him to creep her out like a fucking creeper and talking about the worst scenario a woman could experience in a man's hotel room.
Bearing the brunt of his attentions. The DMs she would receive over the next couple of days are incredibly fucking weird. I don't want to read them in full, but I will give you a solid summary. Jar begins by making it clear his intentions are to talk about the current drama. Mally is not very receptive to that. However, when she refuses a VC, Jar makes the very sensible move of suggesting they meet up for drinks and then possibly going to his hotel room. He does phrase this as a joke, but it is incredibly sexually aggressive nonetheless. After this, a few days would pass, and Jar's pleas for meeting up become even more desperate, at one point saying he wouldn't threaten or berate her for not getting in a VC with him. Part of the problem here is that Jar's interactions seem to be largely like this with anyone he's having drama with. In fact, Mally would receive DMs later on in October referencing this drama. Now, we'll come back to Jar's intimidation tactics and how incredibly fucking vindictive he can be in a later section, but I want to highlight here how long-running this drama was over what was essentially a single tweet.
He claims that this was all for funny memes and haha, oh look at me, I'm so funny. Meanwhile, he turned out to look like a disgusting grown-ass man creeping on a girl who is like half his size. He also claims he has a girlfriend, meanwhile we all know it's his gay-ass roommate with a Discord e-girl kitten voice changer on. Because no woman with decent standards and morality would date this guy who commissions a 17-year-old to draw his avatar, sexually assaulting Jaden Animation's avatar. He didn't even make it any better after he found out her age, and because she was a minor, he just said to make the art less sexy. Wow. Mature there, Jar, aren't you? I swear, this waste of metal should be prepared to be sent to the scrapyard along with his channel and what's remaining of his fanbase, who likes to harass people because they are just as dumb as he is. I will now let my beautiful robo friend take this small section for me, because I still have to ramble on for a few more minutes and my brain can only take so much.
Oh boy, just a robot. Intelligence has been chasing you for years. Yet somehow, you're always faster. I've genuinely hated this dumb fuck for a while, and the Cinny Bear situation with Jar was definitely the final straw. This man is near 30 years old too, which is insane to me. He should know better, but he doesn't because he's dumb as fuck. With all the new stuff that's come out, I'm genuinely not surprised that he defended Cinny Bear. They're like twins. If you weren't already aware, Jar made a 17-year-old draw NSFW of Jaden Animations just for a server role. And also sent people like weird fetish art and voice messages. Genuinely, Jar, please don't come back. You were a virus to the commentary space. Get some help and get off the internet. Another thing that annoyed me was that when he criticized Birdie, he doesn't criticize him for his actions. Oh no. He criticized him for the fact he's trans. Really shows what Jar's priorities are. And it's disgusting. Again, let me remind you, this man is almost 30 years old. Bro, he's 12 years older than me, and yet he acts like a fucking child. Birdie, Jazz, Cinny, none of you should ever come back to this space. You're all vile, horrid people. That's all I have to say. Thank you, Azalina, for inviting me here. Oh my gosh, I can't speak. Yeah, fuck you, Jar.
Thank you, Ray, for helping me out. I am slowly losing my sanity while writing this script. Please take a minute to check out Ray's channel. Link to his channel will be at the top of the description. I also want to say something real quick, and I can't say this with Ray's permission. Jar cannot use his autism as an excuse for his behavior and actions, because Ray himself is autistic and he does not pull any of the things Jar does. Jar has no room to use his autism as an excuse for what he says and does. What he chooses to say and his actions and behavior are his conscious decisions. There is no way autism causes you to creep on Mally like that and say how he would look at a 16-year-old with a bikini.
So I'm at the pool, just relaxing. 16-year-old girl shows up in her bikini. I realize I have to get the fuck out of there right now because like I'm not going to be paying attention. I'm going to daydream. I'm going to look in her general direction, and then suddenly
Funny that I mentioned that because that will be the next thing I will be talking about. Jar himself even admitted, and most shockingly, he would have to leave the pool if he saw a 16-year-old in a bikini, or else an incident might happen. Let's just say what it is. This guy has rape mode on in his system, which activates when he sees underage girls in bikinis. which is wildly inappropriate and completely disgusting. He makes himself sound like a predator, or even worse, a pedophile, because he does not think what he says. But you know, guys, he doesn't mean to say it's his autism, you know? It's always his autism. He excuses it. Every woman out there needs to be aware of Jar, and here's what this goofy white motherfucker looks like. In case you need to know, you know, because we've all seen his picture. Even though he is annoyed that everyone uses this low resolution of him, it's the only image we have, so shut up, Jar. The art commentary gals, when they were at VidCon, were literally running away and trying to avoid this Wizard of Oz Tin Man looking ass. Like the radioactive creature he is, they were trying to avoid getting too close to him to not catch any diseases from the guy, while he was the one who wouldn't go away, like an annoying bug. Jar is also very sexist. He said this with Peter Bear 03, and when he is in calls with men, he will be a little boy and listen to them. But when he was in call with Mally Malware, he would yell, accuse her of gaslighting him, say she doesn't really think what she thinks about him, and having his gay roommate suck his dick and jerk him off while defending him against a based female Aussie. Also, not to mention his roommate drank his water, which means that they indirectly kissed. Oh, how they were meant for each other. He has been there for that dick since the beginning. They have also been in a secret relationship, no doubt about that. Now that we're at the end of this video, I don't plan on making another video on the guy. I only made this one out of the funsies and for the fact that it was funny to make fun of this tint boy over here. Again, go check out Ray's channel in the description. I don't want his efforts in the video to go to waste. And I know that the art I made for this video isn't finished, which I will finish tomorrow after school and then upload it to my socials. And with that, I guess I'll see you guys next time.